Hello there, fellow shopkeepers. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to Cozy Keep. Episode 4, Building an Honesty Box and Donning Good Armor. Is there any more wheat? Yeah, I could check. I'm gonna work on the torches first, though. We have the random sort of crops that he'll dump on the ground. It can be pretty handy early game when you're poor. Alright, so the last thing we need is empty bottles. I could try to empty out the bottles I already have, but bottles are so easy to smelt. I might as well just get some more. 38 sand already. It's pretty ridiculous how quick you can get sand. Now, if you're wondering if there is a... Oh, where am I going? A meta just making a bajillion... selling a bajillion bottles? No, I don't think it'll work quite like that. Alright, so we have lots of material for the wall torches. Grab the remainder of our wax. And I'm going to focus on the front of the shop. And everything done outside also contributes to beauty. So it's not just related to the inside of your shop. Bedroom? Sure. That also is appeal. Might as well have lights in there. Let's do lights on the walls around this window on both sides. And our appeal meter is already like halfway to full. This has been pretty efficient. Now, wall torches wouldn't really make sense on the, like... I can't even bind them to the outside, but on the corners here, because they're not really roofed. So, for roleplay reasons, I won't put them there. We're almost out of wax, though, so this might be the last one. Maybe two more. The last pillars here. Okay, sweet. So it's pretty well illuminated in here. I'm already like maximum love with my cat. Alright. The last thing I could consider doing is to make some more leather armor. So I'm actually going to sell the hat I have on, and then see about what other leather armor I can make. So gloves, and that's it, because I'm out of yarn. There's other things to do today. I haven't killed my, like, demon spawn of skeletons. I could also check on respawning loot, but I somehow doubt that, So, the mining tunnels... I actually take that back. The mining tunnels will, you'll be able to kill skeletons again, which skeletons can drop things like potions, bones, and arrows and the like. So it is worth visiting every day, even if you're not necessarily seeking out iron. So we'll just do our daily run of killing things for loot. And if these guys drop a bow, I'll use a bow to show range combat. Ouch. He's about to kill me. I also have a skill point to allocate. I forgot about that. Oh, yeah, here's a bow. So, bow on the tool, stone arrows, and it's pretty straightforward. Just cock it back, release. And it works pretty well until you run out of kiting room, because the game will only let you kite so far until the mobs reset. Alright, skills. So I have 1 skill point. We can get customers will leave a bigger tip for hard work. Get more customers, carry weight, pay less in taxes, increase patience, fewer thieves, increase tool efficiency, or review score. What skill to get? Tip, reputation, patience, thieves, carry weight, taxes, tool efficiency. I think those are my 7. My 2 cents here, a guaranteed additional customer is kind of nice. If thieves are a problem, thieves are nice, but I have stopped thieves. The advantage of fewer spawning thieves, I think, don't quote me, is a customer, when they become a thief, they become a not paying customer. So having fewer thieves also means potentially having more paying customers, which could be a benefit. Carry weight is always nice when you're going through the mines a lot, trying to carry heavy ore and whatnot. Patience is useful if you intend to try to fulfill their orders. So if I had a lot of raw materials and they're like, hey, I could use iron boots. I could like I could run and make iron boots and then run back and restock the shelves for them. So customer patience can be useful, but maybe not so early on when I don't have the raw materials to actually be able to fulfill orders. Paying less in taxes is of course nice. And then reputation is very nice because reputation is essentially everything. So have you decide on all of that. And while you're deciding on that, we'll head back to the mines to kill some more skeletons. Oh, additional customers and on the poll. Well, that's stupid. Let me do that. More customers. And thank you for pointing that out, because I'll give you 2.5 minutes to vote. There. Kind of hard to read that, though. Let me move that. Boop. There. A little easier to read now. The wild animals out here, you can like pet them for eggs. You can also kill them for meat and feathers. Basic, and everything respawns. Just about. There is some coal that has respawned, but no iron, and that doesn't surprise me because it hasn't. Oh no, there's a little bit of iron. I take that back. I'm glad I came in here. I'll eat my words and mine the iron. And that's gonna be really handy because I'll be able to actually start doing good things with that iron. I think I would like to start investing in gear for myself so that I can survive combat easier. Because I'm an armorsmith that sources most of my materials for armorsmithing violently, meaning in essentially this is like a mining dungeon, so I might as well have strong gear for it. Alright, more customers it is. We'll get that. And that leads to yet another additional customers. So, what should my next skill point be? And I'll reset the timer. The problem with better gears will be heavier? Well, no, actually, surprisingly, that is not the case. The only piece of gear that slows you down is your shields and boots. So I can wear as heavy gear as I want, as long as it's not shield and boots, and I won't be slower. Which is exactly what I intend to do. Keep my boots leather, keep my shield wood, and cover myself in iron and gold. The other thing is I might be able to get iron out of the hills up here too, where the deer spawn. I don't know if it's long enough, but it's worth checking. She's not back yet, is she? Nope. I'll close the door. I'll be a good neighbor. Ah, yes. Sorry, Doe. But leather is one of the hardest materials to come by. So you will find at almost every chance I will be ordering leather and iron, as they're somewhat finite. So I think that's all the iron and deer up here. Cool. Do I have anything to eat on me? Nope. Now, I did say I was going to have armor on the left, but I have a lot more potions than armor, so for now I'm just going to put whatever the hell I want on the shelves. Alright, I did come away with a whole bunch of iron. Oh, and gold, too. So this is my first gold ingot, and that gives me the gold tier of stuff. So, gold hammer, which is definitely the most important. Gold pickaxe, gold axe, gold shovel. And I'll be working on getting to the gold tier ASAP. And then a whole bunch of ingots. Wanting to outfit myself, as you can see, the iron helmet doesn't slow you down. The iron chest piece gives you generic protection and doesn't slow you down. The iron legs, same deal. It's the iron boots will reduce your fall damage, but the leather boots increases your movement speed. It's the shields that really slow you down, movement-wise. So as you can see, 10%, 5%, 5%, 3%, 1%, and none. And I use the wooden shield for the none. So let's go ahead and get iron body armor first. That needs yarn. Oh, you know, I don't know if I have any yarn. I just realized. So that might be a bit of an issue. Have I done my shearing today? And at some point I can buy sheep. Yeah, I've done my shearing. So that's not going to happen then. So I have all this iron, but I don't have wool. Well, there's one solution, obvious one, which is to order the items. But they're kind of overpriced, so maybe what I'll do is I'll just call it a day for today and not worry about it. Not all items are necessary. Well, let me double check. Some of the items might not require it. So, the helmet does not require, and the gloves don't either, and the pants don't. Only the chest piece. So let's make the other pieces. So for that, we need bolts and nails. So we'll do a batch of nails, a double batch of bolts. Actually, 3 batches of bolts. Get us the iron helmet. We could get golden gloves, but I'm going to hold off on spending my gold just yet. So at this point, our armor is going from Where does it show our armor? Total value. 6, 16, 21, 24. Quadrupled. Not bad. Plants need more time. And our spare bolts that we have, one of the things that we can do with the spare bolts is get a spear rack or sword rack. I want a sword rack. I'm going to start organizing our weapons on the proper racks. Actually, no, I'm going to hold off on that for a reason that will be known soon. So maybe what I'll do is I'll do one more shelf for the symmetry. Or a few more shelves. Because I did mention wanting to phase out storing everything on tables. Just because it's like poor use of floor space, it's messy, it's a little bit more annoying to organize. So, for mostly aesthetic purposes. A gold hammer sounds ineffective. It sounds like it, but it isn't. Because, you know, this is magic. And in the realm of magic, gold is better. Oh, I didn't cut any, yeah, that was stupid. Didn't make planks. Wasn't the extra broom a request? Yep, I already fulfilled that request. Now, the other thing I could do with my iron is the honesty box. So let's take a look at the cost of repairing the honesty box for the first time. I have everything. That's fine. Let's build it. So here's the honesty box. And we have 3 slots to put stuff in. And it did, as you can see, consume my iron hammer, as I warned you it would. So there's other things to restore around. There's a food silo, which allows you to put food and water in your silo to be able to fill food and water for all of your animals all at once, like instantly, like that, which is really nice. But because I don't have animals yet, I don't really have need of a food silo. So let's start using the honesty box. I forget the subset of the items that you can put in it, but you can put, like, small items. And I intend to put small items that I don't want, like honey would be a good thing to put in the honesty box. Because it doesn't, I don't believe, correlates to your specialization. So if I put, like, honey in the honesty box, people can buy the honey, and I won't be known to be selling raw resources. So it's a good way to, like, circumvent that game mechanic. So I'm over here in the farm. Oh, and I could also do, like, the cooked meat. That would be another thing to put in the honesty box. Or bottles of water. But I don't think bottles of water sell all that well. Although, if I have empty spots for it, sure. There we go. And in fact, the cooked meat sells better than the honey, so I'll pull the honey from the shelves. Hey, Gebblemark. Thank you for the sub. Another thing I could do is anything that isn't related to my specialty, I could also sell to the king. So I'll consider doing that in the morning. So let's take a drink of water, hit the hay, and then try to liquidate the things that aren't related to our specialty to the king's quick sale. so that we can really start to specialize. The royal prohibition, or prohibition, because it's misspelled, has been lifted, so we're able to sell whatever we want. If I'm not mistaken, all the things... Ooh! Apples! Our apple trees are ripe. I mostly planted them for the beauty. It doesn't actually add your appeal, but I just think it's prettier. You want 2 rocks, a wooden hammer, and 2 planks. Okay. I can't imagine someone wanting to just order 2 rocks from a medieval store. But, sure, you know, if you pay for it, why not? There you go. Wooden hammer needs 1 more log. They're special rocks? I guess. Just reminds me of, like, the whole Saudi Arabia importing river sand for concrete. It's special sand, which sound ludicrously insane, and if it wasn't obviously true. Desert sand is not the right consistency. Oh, and now there's wild berry jam requirement for a special order. I could try to buy it off the traveling merchant because I don't have a cooking table for the wild jam, but I did say in the description that I would make a little bit of everything. So once I have a little bit more iron ore, I can also make the cooking table to show that as well. Before I open for the day, let's head over to the king for a quick sale of anything not related to our specialty. I think that's all the sheep. Now it takes the animals like a few days to respawn, so I don't want to kill the sheep for, you know, meat, but I will kill the cows for leather. I do find it interesting that the cows give less leather on average than the deer, it seems, because it's like cows are basically giant 1 ton walking leather, but yeah, whatever. I guess maybe quality matters or something, I don't know. Hey, Ferdinand. Okay, tax payments. I don't have any, so quick sale. Let's sell the honey. Let's sell the mugs. That's it, I guess, for now. I should have, like, grabbed things from our shelves. I don't know why it didn't occur to me. Things that aren't related to our store. So, shovels, hammer, shovel. I think that's it. Everything left on the shelves is either alchemy, weapons, or armor, which is part of our 2 specialties. Weapons and alchemy. So after today's sales, we should see our specialty transition from just a little smattering of everything into, you know, armor smithing and alchemy. Because we're not selling anything unrelated to it now. Quick sale. Take a stone shovel. Take a wooden shovel. Take a stone hammer and a stone. And of course, the quick sales to the king aren't, you know, specialty either. So, there, perfect. trying to think if there's anything else to do before we open shop for the day. Oh, I could get some shutters on. One shutter. And I actually have enough to paint the bottom floor. I have enough money to finish the paint job, because it looks a little weird being all but 3 spots done. The trim up here, I might have a different color, but I'm going to wait until I have a little bit more money for that, because I don't want to spend my last 36 coin on it, full knowing that I wouldn't be able to finish anyway. Outside, it wouldn't be bad to get some flower planters, maybe. But I would primarily want to decorate going forward in, like, arms and armor and alchemy looking stuff. And there's not a lot of alchemy looking stuff to begin with. Like, I guess I could do hanging flower pots or something, but I don't know, I'll figure it out. But let's go ahead and open for the day. Are you negatively impacted for having empty tables? No, in fact, kind of the opposite. The tables themselves add appeal. So I could, if I wanted to, like, try to min-max, fill the whole place up with, like, tables. I don't intend to, because it looks stupid, but, like, it's strange that the inverse is true. If you wanted just, like, an emporium full of empty tables, the only way to have it a negative impact from an empty table is to put it right in front of the door and to have it block. Alright, let's see what he's selling today. You are selling iron ore. Thank goodness. Bought 8. And you are selling... not much else that I want to... oh, wool. Bought all 6. Essentially, everything he sells, when it's in the green, it's a good deal. So, and even like the mug and the bowl are a bad deal, but they're like 1 gold a piece because there's no such thing as a good deal on them, given that they're like dirt cheap. The other thing is, at the moment, I was planning on specializing specifically in healing potions and poisons. You know, but if you want me to vary it up, I'll poll on that maybe after today to see what kind of potions you want me to sell. Because then I'll specifically seek out those seeds to buy. Oh, someone made a mess. I mean, you're not wearing shoes, so, like, that's on me. John, you want a shovel? Nope. So if they're asking for things that aren't related to my specialty, I will always turn them down. You want a hammer? So nope. Now, I think you can restock. If they're asking for armor smith... oh, we have a thief. And it's probably this guy. You want honey and larva, so no. So what I could do is I could restock the stone shield or the fatigue potions. I don't really have the material for the fatigue potions either, so I'm going to turn her down too. And someone else made a mess. Who the hell opened that? I don't know. Hey, we leveled up! So leveling up, you guys wanted me to reduce thieves. And the next skill to get... that leads to prohibition. Less prohibition. So what skill to get? Up to you. Yeah, I knew it. He only tried to steal 1 wooden sword. He was not asking for much. So one of the things you could do right at the end of the day is the customers that have a big patience meter, you can have them just like wait at your management table until everyone else is left. Because the ones that are asking for extra stuff aren't going to be thieves. So if you wanted to craft to order, you can just have them wait until you're kind of like done with all your other customers to reduce the chance that thieves get away with stuff. Now, in this case, he's asking for tools, so I'm not going to fulfill these. I'm going to say no. But I made a decent amount of money today. 158. And what I'm going to do with this is probably buy as much iron as I can from the custom order. So 17 more iron coming in about an hour. And the next skill you want me to get is customers leave bigger tips. Okay, I'll leave that up for a little bit longer, but seems to be the popular choice. Let's also check our honesty box. Someone visited your honesty box. So opening up the honesty box, we can see that we've made 15 coins because we sold 3 meat, and I'll restock the meat. 0 products were stolen, 0 were underpaid, 0 were tipped, only 1 person visited, and they bought 3 meat. Collect the coins. And you can't control whether it's like underpaid or stolen or anything. So it's an honesty box. It's essentially unmanaged. But given that I'm like selling meat that costs me nothing to produce, you know, if they steal it, oh well. It's annoying, but oh well. Alright, I did want to get iron body armor. And for that we need 1 more nail. Cool. Now I am basically as armored as I can afford to be. Full armor. With intentionally leather boots for the movement speed and a wooden shield for the lack of a movement speed penalty. So that's precisely how I want to be dressed. My crops aren't ready yet. I did mention that I would build the cooking station though. And it helps to have, like, 1 of every station, so that if you have, Oh, do I not have any ingots left? No, I do. If, 1 of every type of station, so if you have, requests come in, specialty requests, that you can actually fulfill them. Maybe a cooking station not directly next to the, to the compost box. So here's the cooking station with all of the recipes that you can make if I went down the chef tree. And I think wild berry jam was the request from the specialty order. So let's check on that. Wild berry jam. Okay. Wild berry jam is going to come from wild berries. So, let's go seek out some wild berries. And there's different color berry bushes. There is blue and red. We want the blue, or the red, because the blue is going to be blueberries. So they're all blueberries over here. If I pick the blueberries, it's possible that they respawn as wild berries. Here we go, wild berries. Got 4. I'm going to need, I think 4. Where's the other berry bush? Is that it? Oh, there's one over here. Kind of reminds you of Going Medieval style. Yeah, the art style is actually very Going Medieval-esque. I agree. Sort of like low poly, but, you know, yeah. I suppose I've come to realize when judging games, I care a lot more about game mechanics and complexity than I do graphics. to a degree, like, especially given that I play a lot of RimWorld, obviously it's super, super low graphics. But the advantage is being low graphics is it can accommodate mods a lot easier, and the development cycle of stuff is a lot faster. So there's actually an advantage to being like super low graphics as a result, which is why I find a lot of low graphics games more fun than their high graphics counterparts. So, I got a little bit more wild berries. So we should be able to fulfill that wild berry jam specialty order. And then we'll do the skeleton killing and the dungeon clearing for the day. And then see what we can craft for tomorrow. Really early on in the game, you'll find yourself with you might find yourself with a lot of downtime. But then as the game progresses and you open up more of the mining dungeon and farming crops and the like, you find yourself with just so much more to do that it fills your time up. So I remember when I was playtesting, I was like, oh, you can only open your shop once a day? Man, I wish I could open my shop more. And then, by day 10, you're like, oh, opening your shop once a day? Yeah, that's all I can handle. All right, beets are still growing. So let's get the jam going. I think we needed 2. Oh, yeah, you need to be fueled, don't you? And you could, I could cook some on the side for the specialty box. But for now, I'm just gonna throw my, excess meat in there. And once I run out of meat, maybe, apples from my tree. So, specialty order cleared. So, it's... One of the reasons, if you're wondering why I haven't made the regular racks, is there is nicer racks. And I'm waiting to get access to the even nicer tiered racks, rather than to invest in this tier and then very quickly phase them out. Wall shelves, however... Yeah, I think before I really start to decorate, I want to unlock gold hammer. So, let's go and, clear out some of the skeletons instead. And also see if, Percival's wife is home. Because she's the one that sells seeds. I would like to expand alchemy, too. No, I can't take you yet. I have a lot more clay to make more pots, too. I could pretty up my store with the pots. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I prefer, high-fidelity graphics. But if the high-fidelity graphics, slow down the dev cycle, or make the game, annoying to run, I'll happily settle for lower poly. And this level of graphics doesn't really bother me at all. Especially given that I think just about any device could run this. Alright, so that's there. Mining tunnels is next. Another way I could decorate, just maxing out my appearance score, is to get more stuff for lanterns. I don't really want to go that route, but it wouldn't hurt to have more wax available to me in case I want to do something with the wax. Oh, before I go into the mining tunnels, it might be helpful if I wasn't encumbered. Duh. I'm encumbered by a pound. Let's just destroy this meat. I don't really care. And of course it generates trash, which I could get money for. But in this case, I wanted to lower my carry weight, and I did the opposite. I threw out the raw meat and the larva only to create trash bags, which weighed me down more. Yes, because it doesn't make sense. I know. I somehow generated more weight out of nothing, but still. You can also compost trash bags, and they're very effective for compost. With that said, Gooby will pay you for your trash, so I don't really see composting trash as like a reasonable thing to do. Thank you for tuning in to Cozy Keep, which originally streamed live on Twitch. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you would like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you'd like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching. Special thank you to my Twitch subscribers, Patreon patrons, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow medieval merchants.